Welcome
Back.
to Immersive
Reaction.
Today,
We're watching season 2 episode
8 of Game of Thrones.
Yes.
We're all decked out. We're
Yeah.
awaiting.
What would be the word we would choose for this? Not justice. There's always justice
Well-
that could be done. But waiting for things to unravel.
Yeah, doing some weird stuff.
He needs to be stopped because
Yeah.
he's out of control.
I feel like it's going to end bad for him, just how it's going.
He could have left those boys alone, but he has to prove himself to his other people.
Yeah.
And that was heartbreaking because I know that he's facing something between his inner self trying to prove himself, but you are destroying your entire being.
And this episode's title is called
Prince of Winterfell.
which probably refers to Theon.
But thinking on it that sometimes Lady Stark with trusting people too often. And
Really? You
she
think that?
trusted Littlefinger,
Oh, yeah.
ended with
Well,
him.
fool me once, you know.
Yeah. And now she keeps trusting people. You wouldn't do this. I've known him. You should do this way.
Yeah.
And Robb just needs to calm down with his lady love.
Oh, yeah. I agree. That's kind of a situation all of in itself.
Yes.
Because he's betrothed to someone who he's relying on militarily, which
Jon Snow is also in a struggle of his own.
well, he's now like captured basically.
Yeah. We can't, how could we forget this?
What? The dragons?
Yes. That should have been my first thought.
I mean, I would assume they'll get those dragons back.
I freaking hope.
But the guy took them to the House of the Undying, and I don't even know what that means. I think we're going to figure it out soon.
Yes.
I don't know if we'll see Daenerys a lot in this episode. We'll see.
I mean, I could go on and on, but I think we should just...
Yeah. We're going to get right into it.
Let's do it.
And by the way, this is the first episode with our new recording setup, voted by you.
Voted by you.
On the community section. So your wish is my command. I'll do it. I just don't like the old setup. It feels a little dated. It feels a little confused and messed up.
Sometimes to me it feels a little choppy.
This is what I was also using software to switch between the scenes, like when we talk, but it doesn't do it quite right. And I have a new way switching between the scenes when I edit. It'll automatically switch to us and then switch back. So we'll try that and see how that works. But also it all hinges on whether I can avoid copyright easily or not. That is that's what I'm always trying to do, is make the editing process smoother. If you want to get ahead on episodes, we're currently going to be 4 episodes ahead when you see this. So we'll probably be into season 3 by the time you see this on YouTube. You can also join YouTube members. They have all the watch along parts, which will look like this. It's just a blur over the screen and it shows the subtitles on the bottom. So you'll be able to see the subtitles, and those come out as soon as we put them up. You'll have to find your copy and sync it up to watch along to hear the sound of the show, because we can't post that. It should be cool. Also, I probably won't do it today. I'll record it separately later, but we're going to do the map breakdowns at the end in the separate episode. A lot of changes on the channel. It's growing. There's some growing pains. I hope you're ready, because here we go.
Ba-da-ba.
Let's enjoy.
King's London, where all the mayhem freaking happens. Not all of it. Most of it, I feel like.
Arya's there still.
Yep.
Fooling about.
Yep. And she seems to be like, her story is being found out. She keeps slipping up.
If you guys are liking these episodes, make sure you leave a like. It helps a lot.
So I'm assuming that we will see Daenerys, and hopefully she gets dragons back. Oh god. Him looking all statue. Oh please. Oh, they're circling you. Oh, not the welcome he expected, I feel.
Why, it's the Prince of Winterfell.
Envy isn't attractive.
Envy.
You should be proud of your brother's achievement. I took the great castle of Winterfell with 20 men.
You're a great warrior. Which one gave you the tougher fight, the cripple or the 6-year-old?
I treated the Stark boys with honor, and they repaid me with treachery.
You treated them with honor by butchering them.
Before I had to kill them,
You
I treated
seized
them...
their home, as is your right. We're ironborn. We take what we need. Is that treachery? I'd call it bravery.
They made me a promise.
Your little boy prisoners made you a promise, and you got mad when they broke it. Are you the dumbest alive?
Don't call me
A dumb who killed the only 2 Starks in Winterfell. You know how valuable those boys were.
If I hadn't killed them, the Northerners would think me weak.
See, proven.
I'm warning you.
Go on, then. Warn me.
How am I supposed to defend Winterfell with just this lot?
You're not. I've come to bring you home. Father wants a word.
Is this a joke? Winterfell is the heart of the North.
Aye, it is. Hundreds of miles from the sea. We're islanders, baby brother. Had you forgotten that? Our power comes from our ships.
Yeah.
And now that you've decorated your walls with the bodies of the Stark boys, every man in the North wants to see you hanged.
All that for
We
nothing.
killed all the ravens. We have
God.
all the horses. I've taken Winterfell, and I will keep Winterfell.
Theon, you're my blood. We both loved our mother. We both endured our father. Come home with me. Don't die here alone.
I don't intend to die.
Then you're dumb.
You were a terrible baby, do you know that? Bawling all the time, never sleeping. And one night you just wouldn't shut up, screaming like a dying pig. I walked over to your crib, I looked down at you, and you looked up at me and you stopped screaming. You smiled at me. Don't die so far from the sea.
Yeah. Everyone
He
knows
had
he's
some
messed up.
emotional for him.
I brought you a
Doesn't
present,
think I
Lord
have
of
him yet.
Bones.
Already got one.
You can't hold it.
Knows all about where the crows are and what they're planning.
This one's just a little boy. Got him.
He could have killed me half a dozen times.
And now he wishes he did. Got it.
He's a bastard of Winterfell, Ned Stark's
Why is she
son.
sticking up for him?
Because he didn't kill her.
What does man want with a dead man's bastard?
Don't know.
Wow, even they know
I
all
think
the
he
way up
wants to
there.
decide for himself. He run. I'll do it myself.
What are they wearing? Are they wearing bones of other people or something?
I don't know if
We're
they're
even
people.
now. Jon Snow.
Oh, because he spared her life now. I see. Oh, he got beat up pretty bad.
Couldn't do it. I had the sword in her neck. I just couldn't. I know. When you didn't come back, we weren't looking for you. We found your tracks fast enough. But they found us before we found you. They died because of me. See that it wasn't for nothing.
Come on your feet.
Oh, fortunate.
I'm sure you'll be very happy. And you're marrying her for a bridge.
An important bridge. It was before they killed my father. I still thought I could march south and rescue him in time, but only if I crossed that bridge.
When I speak to people from the north, they all loved your father.
He was the best man I ever met. He once told me that being a lord is like being a father, except you have thousands of children, and you worry about all of them. Farmers ploughing the fields are yours to protect. The charwomen scrubbing the floors, yours to protect. The soldiers you order into battle. He told me he woke with fear in the morning and went to bed with fear in the night. I didn't believe him. I asked him, how can a man be brave if he's afraid? That is the only time a man can be brave, he told me.
Oh,
I wish I could have met him.
He would have liked you.
Most lords worry more about their gold and their glory than the charwomen scrubbing their floors.
He didn't care much about gold or glory.
And do you?
You think I'm fighting this war so they'll sing songs about me? I want to go home. I want the men following me to go home.
And why don't you?
Because we'll never be safe until the Lannisters are defeated. And because I believe in justice.
Chopping off Joffrey's head, you mean?
That would be a start.
Your Grace, milady, the Kingslayer. He escaped in the night.
oh, this is not good. Oh no.
Tell me this isn't true.
She let him go?
You betrayed me.
Robb.
No! You knew I would not allow it, and you did it anyway.
Bran and Rickon are captives in Winterfell. Sansa and I are captives in King's Landing. I have 5 children, and only one of them is free.
I lost one son, fighting by your son's side. I lost another to the Kingslayer. You commit treason because your children are prisoners. I would carve out my heart and offer it to the Father if he would let my sons wake from their graves and step into a prison cell.
I grieve for your sons, my lord.
I don't want your grief, I want my vengeance.
Yeah.
You stole it from me.
Uh-huh.
Killing Jaime Lannister would not buy life for your children, but returning him to King's Landing may buy life for mine.
You've weakened our position. You brought discord into our camp, and you did it all behind my back. Make sure she's guarded day and night.
Robb.
How many men did we send in
Oh.
pursuit of the King's?
40, Your Grace.
Send another 40 with our fastest horses.
Robb.
You done messed up. You
Why?
up.
Why, though?
He played you like a violin.
They're not gonna give them back just because you give them back.
You're much happier in daylight. What's your name? I'm Jaime Lannister of Casterly Rock, son of Tywin. A captive knight has a right to know his captor's identity.
Brienne of Tarth. Oh.
crescent moons and starbursts, Lord Selwyntar, your father. Do you have any brothers and sisters, my lady?
This is so
not.
interesting,
Women?
this turn of events.
Horses?
What?
I didn't mean to give offense, my lady. Forgive me.
Your crimes are past forgiveness, Kingslayer.
Why do you hate me so much? Have I ever harmed you?
You've harmed others. Those you're sworn to protect.
Yeah.
Weak, the innocent.
You're as boring as you are ugly.
You will not provoke me to anger.
I already have. Look at you. You're ready to chop my head off. Do you think you could? Do you think you could beat me in a fair fight?
He plays far too many games.
There are 3 men in the kingdoms who might have a chance against me. You're not one of them.
All my life, men like you've sneered at me. And all my life, I've been knocking men like you into the dust.
If you're so confident, unlock my chains. Let's
No,
see what
don't fall for that.
Do you take me for an idiot?
I took you for a fighter. A woman of honor. You're afraid.
Maybe one day we'll find out, Kingslayer.
The Jaime Brienne subplot has begun.
King's Landing will fall an hour after Stannis lands his force.
Hope she stays that
It's not too
strong.
late for the court to ride west to safety.
Surrender the Iron Throne.
Better than seeing their heads mounted on the city gates. Stannis will execute them all.
No, a king who runs will not be king for long. He's a Lannister. He'll stand and fight. Stannis 2 days from the capital, and the wolf at my doorstep.
Scouts assure us Robb Stark remains north of Ashmark.
The last time the scouts assured us of Stark's movement, he lured us into a trap. Close to
She's still
Castle
all
Rock.
in this thing.
He sent a splinter force to recapture Winterfell.
I wonder if she's slipping information out of this castle somehow.
Stark won't risk marching on Castle.
Never thought of that.
He's a boy and he's never lost a battle. He'll risk anything at any time.
You seem a little scared.
We'll ride at nightfall. I want a full night's march before he knows we're on the move. Clegane, you'll maintain a garrison here at Harrenhal. Track down this Brotherhood and destroy them. The girl's proven herself a good servant. She'll stay on with you. See that he doesn't get drunk in the evenings. He's poor company when he's sober, but he's better at his work.
Nope.
She's now serving the mountain.
Where's Jaqen?
Don't care. Where's your stick now? Promise to you with it. Come on! Time to kill some wolves!
Oh, this could be very bad.
You need sour cherries to make it right. And the secret is, you dry the stones, and you break them with a mallet. That's where the real flavour is. You crush them up real fine, and then when you're finished, sprinkle them over the pie crust.
Where's Jaqen?
How would I know?
I need him now.
Oh my goodness.
He's helping me.
I saw him.
Where?
They were rushing out the gates a few hours ago, on patrol. Let go of my ears.
Let me go my ears.
Join him anyway.
There they go.
I think she was going to ask to kill Tywin. I would kill them.
One brother inside his army be worth 1,000 fighting against him. Hey, mate, if you do what needs to be done.
How does it feel knowing those men all died? So you could skip through the snow with your little savage girl. I didn't. I should have known better. Trusting a traitor's bastard!
Oh, he's trying to be smart.
He's not yours to kill, Crow.
Oh, he's trying to push him into fake abandoning, make it look like it.
That here? Yes, but do you have to do it here? You should start wearing the gold cloak.
I don't want to wear a gold cloak.
You're commander of the city watch. You shouldn't be dressed like a common
The
cell.
cloak slows you down in a fight. Makes it hard to move quietly. And the gold catches the light, so you're nice and easy to spot at night.
You're not sneaking through alleyways any longer. You're supposed to stand out.
We had a deal, and wearing a gold cloak wasn't part of it.
Fine, fine. No gold cloak. Why are you staring at me?
You don't want me cleaning my nails? You don't want me looking your way? Why am I here?
To help me plan the defense of King's Landing. Stannis will be here any day.
And one of these explains how to beat him.
The history of the great sieges of Westeros by Archmaster Shebelethon.
Maybe you don't need book smarts. Maybe you need common sense.
Valtish.
Street smarts?
He knew it.
My Lord Hand, Martha, I must compliment you on the Gold Cloak's performance these last few weeks. Did you know there has been a marked drop in thievery?
I did not know. And how did you accomplish this marked drop in thievery?
Me and the lads rounded up all the known thieves.
For questioning?
No. It's just the unknown thieves we need to worry about now.
We talked about this.
Aye, we talked about it. Have you ever been in a city under siege? See, it's not the fighting that kills most people. It's the starving. Food's worth more than gold. Noble ladies sell their diamonds for a sack of potatoes. Things get bad enough. The poor start eating each other. The thieves, they love a siege. Soon as the gates are sealed, they steal all the food. By the time it's all over, they're the richest men in town.
Very
Measures
intelligent.
are warranted. Ah, the great sieges of Westeros. Thrilling subject. Shame Archmaester Cheviothan wasn't a better writer.
Stannis knows King's Landing. He knows where the walls are strongest, and he knows which gates are weakest.
Sure knows.
A good ram will batter it down in minutes, and it's only 50 yards from the water. That's where he'll land.
And if Stannis does attack the Mud Gate, what is our plan?
We could throw books at his men. We don't have that many men either.
What do we have?
Pig shit.
Oh, gonna be a messy situation.
I think he's referring to, I think he said before the episode.
I'm not cut out for this sort of work.
I was imagining myself doing something much worse.
Wait, I thought all these people died.
You lack imagination.
Where do you think John is right now?
He went off with a half hand. He didn't come back. A betting man would go with dead.
He's not dead. John's a great fighter.
He's better than me, and a lot better than you.
He's got a Valyrian steel sword.
So did his father.
Corin Halfhand's the greatest ranger alive.
Great rangers never get old is the problem. Shit ones neither. Last a long time.
Oh, he hit something.
It's 7 is that.
Rock?
Oh, that's a neat looking one.
The first men made these marks.
Help me with it and does it all.
Look.
You guys gotta be careful.
That's a Night's Watch cloak.
It's been here a long time.
What are those?
Must be dragon glass.
What?
The maesters call it obsidian.
Right here. I expect it's because he wanted somebody to find it.
Whoa.
We did find it.
I'm sorry. Oh. Where were you?
A man has betrothed you, T.
Tywin Lannister was right here, and now he's gone.
A girl owes one more name. The Red God demands it. Give the man a name.
The mountain.
How long after I give you the name does it take you to kill someone?
Death is certain. The time is not.
He's taking his army to attack my brother. I need him dead right now.
I fancy how he speaks in
This
riddles.
a man cannot do.
You promised you'd help me.
Help was not promised, lovely girl. Be death. There must be others. Give a name, any name.
And you'll kill them. Anybody.
By the 7 new gods and the old gods beyond counting. I swear it.
Come on.
All right.
Say it.
Jack and Hagar.
He said to kill himself.
A girl gives a man his own name.
That's right.
Gods are not mocked. This is no joking thing.
I'm not joking. Man can go kill himself.
Unname me.
No.
Please?
I'll unname you.
Thank you.
If you help me and my friends escape.
This would require more than one life. This is not part of our bargain.
Fine. Jack and Hagar.
A girl lacks honor.
I haven't done nothing for her family, so.
I love it.
If I do this thing, a girl must obey.
A girl will obey.
A girl and her friends will walk through the gate at midnight.
That was a good plan.
Odd little boy.
I have a certain sympathy for odd little boys.
You and Varys both.
Excellent lamprey pie. Were you slaving away in the kitchen all day?
I hear Joffrey plans on fighting.
An inspiration for the troops. The young king in his shining armor, fighting to defend the capital against the wicked old rebel.
He's only a boy.
Younger boys are off fighting his war.
He's not ready.
What is he? 17? Remember Jaime at 17?
Better than you. Some men have a gift for this sort of thing. Some don't. His place is not on the battlefield.
It's not on the throne either. Sadly for all of us.
Do you think I'm an idiot?
No, I'd say you possess above average intelligence.
You've shipped off my
average.
And now you want to send my eldest son to the battlefield to die.
He'll have his king's guard protecting him. He has the finest armor gold can buy. He needs to be out there. The men will fight more fiercely seeing their king fighting beside them, instead of hiding behind his mother's skirts.
Do you know why Varys is so dangerous?
Because he has thousands of spies in his employ. Because he knows everything we do before we do it.
Because he doesn't have a cock.
Neither do you.
Perhaps I'm dangerous too. You, on the other hand, are as big a fool as every other man. That little worm between your legs does half your thinking.
It's not that little. Why are you smiling?
Because I'm happy.
Oh.
Because I have your little whore.
Oh no.
Thought you preferred blondes.
Tell me, have you married this one yet? No?
Uh-oh.
Good. Father will be so pleased.
Why do you care who
What,
I
mate?
fuck?
Because a Lannister always pays her debts. You stole my only daughter. You plot to have Joffrey killed.
This is madness. Stannis will be here in days. You need me.
For what? Your skill in battle? Pretty thing. Your whore. Flea body. The bruises will heal in time.
Where did you find her?
Varys isn't the only one who hears whispers. Really, a Lannister lion necklace. You need to hide your secret halls more carefully. You're the expert. Tell me.
You don't buy them, you only rent them.
You like her very much. Could it be love? Don't worry, she'll be treated gently enough. Unless Joffrey is hurt, and then every wound he suffers, she'll suffer too. And if he dies, there isn't a man alive who could devise a more painful death for your little...
How do I know you haven't killed her already?
You'd like to see her? I thought you might. Sir Mandan, bring in my brother's horse.
This is bad. This is very bad.
I'm sorry they hurt you.
Wow. They got the wrong person.
I will free you. Never.
He covered that up.
He did.
Wow, that's crazy. She was what,
Oh,
playing
Cersei,
into
you got
it, too.
played a fool. You thought you got him. Wow, wow.
The day will come when you think you're safe and happy, and your joy will turn to ashes in your mouth.
She feels like she has the advantage because he's been slowly chipping away at her power this whole time.
I've been waiting all night.
You're beautiful.
It's like, what the hell's wrong with you?
And why do you look sad?
I would tell her.
We have to be more careful.
Don't be afraid. I can take care of myself.
There are people who want to hurt me.
I know. I won't let them. I will.
Wow, he
Expect I'll have to before this is over.
actually do love each other.
You're mine. Promise me.
I'm yours. And you're mine.
No, actually,
Still no word. We've sent a dozen ravens.
not
None
really.
have returned.
Passionate?
Sure.
My bastard is only a few days
Didn't
from
seem sure about it.
Winterfell.
As if we storm the castle.
He wouldn't dare hurt the boys. There is only hope of escaping the North with his head.
Send word to your son. Any Ironborn who surrender will be allowed to return safely to their homes.
A touch of mercy is a virtue, Your Grace.
He betrayed our cause. He betrayed me. We will hunt him down no matter where he runs.
I expect his countrymen will turn on him the minute they hear the offer.
Your pardon, my lord. Your grace.
My lady.
I like how she has respect now.
How are you?
They all know, basically.
How am I? I've had to arrest my mother. The Lannisters have my sisters. The man I considered my closest friend has seized my home and my brothers. I'm fighting a war and I don't know if I should march south or north.
I'm sorry. It was a stupid question.
Forgive me. You're being kind. I have no rights.
You have every right. You're a king.
That's not the kind of king I want to be.
What kind do you want to be?
I don't know. The good kind? Most kings grew up as princes. They spend their whole lives preparing for the crown. I was raised to be Lord of Winterfell.
I was raised to be a proper little lady. To play the harp and dance the latest steps and recite Valyrian poetry.
I'd like to hear you play the harp.
No, you would not.
How did you go from reciting Valyrian poetry to sawing off men's feet?
When I was 12, my mother and father went to a wedding. Weddings in Volantis last for days, you know. And they left me with my little brother. The second afternoon they were gone was the hottest day in the 3-year summer. We couldn't bear to be inside, so we ran down to the Royne. Every child in Volantis was in the Royne that day. The rich, the poor, we were all there, naked, screaming, racing to the little islands. I was treading water, talking to a friend, when I realized I hadn't seen my brother. I called his name, and then I started screaming his name. And then I saw him floating face down. And my heart just stopped, dragged him from the water. My friend helped me, I think. He was so little. We pulled him onto the riverbank. I screamed at him, and I shook him, and he was dead. Just dead.
It's traumatizing for a young one.
A man ran over. He had a fish tattoo on his face. In Volantis, the slaves have tattoos, so you know what they are without having to talk to them. And this man worked on a fishing boat. And he pushed me out of the way. You have to understand, for a slave to push a highborn girl, that's death for the man. But he pushed me out of the way. Started pressing on my brother's chest again and again. Until my brother spat out half of the roid and cried out, and the man cradled his head and told him to be calm.
It was inspiration.
I decided 2 things that day. I would not waste my years planning dances and masquerades with the other noble ladies. When I came of age, I would never live in a slave city again.
She helping people now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Your Grace. Blathered
I
on.
don't want to marry the Frey girl.
Oh.
I don't want you to marry her.
Why?
You needed that bridge.
That's important.
I hope it's a very beautiful bridge.
Well,
Oh, yep. Oh, this is not good. What are the repercussions that he's going to face now?
I don't know.
Oh, you giggling now?
Yeah.
You'll be giggling when something bad happens, or...
I don't know. Who knows if something bad will happen or not. I mean, if they keep this hush-hush enough.
Oh, that's true.
Sour cherries is all crushed up and ready. Probably in the pie crust by now. In the oven. The nice, warm oven.
Shut up. What did you bring?
Cheese could be better. Did get some nice sausages.
What do he want us to do about those guards?
He didn't say. He just said walk through the gates.
Yeah, what about the guards?
He didn't say anything about the guards.
Oh, what, he left that bit out? That's a pretty important part, don't you think?
We have to trust him.
Trust him? You trusted him to fight with us and you set him free and he ran.
I want to go back to the kitchens.
Stay here if you're afraid.
Hurry, don't!
Well...
They're dead. They're all sitting there dead.
Oh my gosh. Oh! He did it! He freaking did it!
Wow.
Oh, there he
If
is!
the wind holds, we'll reach King's Landing in a day.
Will it hold?
Can't make promises for the wind, Your Grace.
Admire you, Sir Davos.
I thank you, Your Grace. Pleased to hear it.
Some high-born fools call you Onion Knight and think they insult you. So you take the onion for your sigil. Sew it on your coat, fly the onion flag.
My son wishes me to change it. 3 mermen with tridents, something like that. I understand why the older families look down at me.
Do you? Why?
My father was a crabber.
And?
Sons of lords don't like to break bread with sons of crabbers. Our hands stink.
And where were those lords when Storm's End starved?
Many fought bravely for your brother. Many fought for the Mad King. Some were happy to do it to my face.
We were forgotten. Robert and Ned Stark, they were the heroes. The glorious rebels. Marching from battle to battle. Liberating towns from the yoke of the Mad King while I held Storm's End with 500 men.
No one has forgotten, Your Grace.
No, Robert did. He gave Storm's End to Renly after the war. Renly never fought a day in his life, so why did he give him Storm's End?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
First we ate the horses.
Did all that.
We weren't riding anywhere. Not with the castle surrounded. We couldn't feed them, so fine, the horses. And the cats. Never liked cats, so fine. I do like dogs. Good animals, loyal. But we ate them. Then the rats. The night before you slipped through, I thought my wife was dying. She couldn't speak anymore, she was so frail. And then you made it through the lines. Slipped right through in your little black sail boat with your onions.
And potatoes. Some salted beef, I believe.
Robert told me to hold Storm's End, so I held it. Then he told me he was giving it to Renly. So I gave it up.
That's
no, I gave it up.
messed up.
Yes, that
because
is.
Robert was my older brother and he was the king and I've always done my duty. But now I'm the rightful king by every law of Westeros. And when I sit the Iron Throne, you'll be my hand.
Wow.
Wow.
Your Grace. I pray us, if you will.
I expect you'll be the first crabber's son to wear the badge.
Whisperers, you're supposed to know everything.
No man can be in all rooms at all times. I have many little birds in the north, my lord, but I haven't heard their songs since Theon Greyjoy captured Winterfell.
The Stark forces are distracted. Now is the time
To strike. My dear nephew, you do see these men preparing the walls for siege. You do understand Stannis Baratheon sails this way?
If my uncle Stannis lands on the shores of King's Landing, I'll ride out to greet him.
A brave choice, Your Grace. I'm sure your men will line up behind you.
They say Stannis never smiles. I'll give him a red smile from ear to ear.
Interesting.
Stannis' terror. You're an intelligent man.
I am trying.
Oh, no one disputes that, my lord, not even the multitudes who despise you.
I wish we could converse as two honest, intelligent men. What do you want? Tell me.
If we're going to play, you'll have to start.
Yeah, start. Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go.
Was the youngest King's Guard in history. Sister became queen at the age of 19. When I reached manhood, my father put me in charge of all the drains and cisterns in Casterly Rock.
A most high-born plumber.
The water never flowed better, and all the shit found its way to the sea. Never expected to have any real power. So when my father named me acting hand...
Jon Arryn and Ned Stark were good men, honorable men, but they disdained the game and those who played. You enjoy the game.
I do. Last thing I expected.
And you play it well.
I like to keep playing it. Stannis breaches the gates, the game is over.
They say he burns his enemies alive to honor the Lord of Light.
The Lord of Light wants his enemies burnt. The drowned god wants them drowned. Why are all the gods such vicious... Where is the god of wine?
In the Summer Isles, they worship a fertility goddess with 16 teats.
We should sail there immediately.
This morning, I heard a song all the way from Karth, beyond the Red Waste. Daenerys Targaryen lives.
The girl at the edge of the world is the least of our problems.
She has 3 dragons. But even if what they say is true, it'll be years before they are fully grown. And then there'll be nowhere to hide.
One game at a time, my friend.
Let's take it slow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Careful, Khaleesi. Zara owns this city, and the warlocks have 1,000 eyes watching for you. I've found one. A ship with a good captain. She leaves for Astapor tomorrow.
Astapor,
We cannot stay here.
they have my dragons. Mother does not flee without her children.
They're not your children. I know they call you the mother of dragons. And I know you love them, but you didn't grow them in your womb. They didn't suckle at your breast. They are dragons, Khaleesi. And if we stay in Karth, we'll die.
You should sail to Astapor. I'm sure you'll be safe there.
You know I would die for you. I will never abandon you.
Then serve me. If my dragons are in the House of the Undying, then take me there.
That's what the warlock wants. He told you so himself. If you enter that place, you will never leave again. His magic is strong.
And what of my magic? You saw me step into the fire. You watched the witch burn. What did the flames do?
She has
to
a
me? Do you
point.
remember?
Until my last breath, I will remember.
The only children I will ever have. Take me to them.
Here we are. Here to.
We should bury them. They haven't got the damn message yet. A few more days won't help.
As you say. Don't
Oh my
hurt to let him
God.
rot.
For the farmer. For his trouble.
He's feeding the crops now. His wife too. You want to keep a man silent, you silence him.
Yeah, he did.
Got as far as the farm.
They're alive.
To throw off the hounds.
Relief.
All right, so far.
She's there.
Who was that out there, hung up at the gates?
Must have been the farmer's boys.
He sacrifices.
Burn them.
They mustn't know.
Too late.
They'll never hear it from me.
Hmm.
You heard
The
it.
little lads have suffered enough.
I mean, it's just good that they're alive. And not
Water
dead.
refreshment. It said
Yeah.
that farmers. Oh,
That is. I didn't even mention that in the beginning either, that there's a lot going on. Hold on there. The link to the full breakdown is on your screen now. Tap or click to get our full length breakdown to this episode. Please like and subscribe to keep up with immersive reactions. Thank you for watching the reaction.